East Bank Esplanade, a great view of the Hawthorne Bridge in downtown Portland, Oregon. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, checking out Damian Lillard, what can we expect here?
One thing about him, when the stakes are higher, this game usually gets better. He always rises to the occasion.
Well, it's just that some players need a little extra motivation sometimes to bring out their absolute best, and I think that's the case with him.
We're live from Portland, where the Trailblazers have home court advantage. They're pretty rough. Batum off the pick from James. Batum, good. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
You know, even though it was a down year for the Blazers in terms of their overall record last year, they still enjoyed quite a bit of success at home. It's one of the better home court advantages in the league.
The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Get out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Boy, terrific rebound and slam on the putback. He never gives up, always persistently pursuing the pumpkin.
And that's an essential quality for an offensive rebound. An outstanding offensive rebounder that he is.
Yeah, he's got to go after it, and he does.
Yeah, he qualifies as one of the best in the league.
And for the Blazers, as you said, not the year they won, but Steve, they still managed to finish 22-19 here in Portland.
Well, it's a young team, very talented starting five, but very little depth. And I think over the course of an 82-game season, the lack of bench help really cost Portland. But a lot to be excited about, some good young talent, and a home court that traditionally has been very positive for this team.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, guys. The kid in their last game against the Kings made some nice plays. He had 9 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Well, as he often does, Kevin. And we'll see. Maybe he'll explode again tonight because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues. Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role.
Jarrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Villanueva, good D by Lopez.
Well, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Lopez has got 6. And for Robin Lopez, not the scorer that his twin brother Brooke is, but, you know, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line. And the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in there.
Williams gets a screen from James. Williams with the ball, now defended by Mitchell. James dishes to Robinson. Williams passes to James. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Robinson misses. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on it.
James, a screen on Singler. Singler against Williams. And Wright with the basket on the assist by Williams. Wright's got his first bucket of the night. Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. It's Jennings with the drive, and it's good.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Williams kicks to Lopez. Lopez left side. Now the pass to James. 6 to shoot. James sets the screen for Williams. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Jennings drives in. Here's Villanueva. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Right side. On the wing, Williams. And he gets the bucket. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from it.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, but...
Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's Portland with the rebound. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, they faced each other twice last season, and they split those 2 games in what really wasn't a season to remember for either team.
It's all...
Yes, I have Josh Smith. And Josh, what is it going to take in this game in the second half to come out with a win?
Everybody's got to get involved. Whenever we have the opportunity to run the floor and get some easy layups, be able to do that and be able to finish plays. And that's all we have to do. And I think we'll be okay.
Josh, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, thanks. And we'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, the halftime show.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Today's a day to honor our nation's heroes. It's Veterans Day, and this is the NBA Halftime Report. The Trailblazers are giving it everything they've got. They're languishing at 500 here in the early going. They're looking to push into that win column. They've been making smart passes, protecting their possessions. Fundamental basketball is a beautiful thing to watch. On the other hand, Detroit also been giving its best. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. Brandon Jennings has been on a roll in the first half. He's got 14 points, and he's made some key plays in the assist department, too. And that'll do it as the second half is about to start out in Portland.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second. Caldwell Pope passes to Jennings. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, if you're not a big, strong guard in the NBA, it can be tough going in the paint. But for Brandon Jennings, he's got that floater in the lane. And that's what's allowed him, despite his slight frame, to be able to score in the paint.
And, going back to Jennings, so fast, incredibly explosive. He can really clark it into the lane.
Yeah, but, he struggled finishing at the rim. Some of that because of his size. Not really a physically imposing guy. Developing that floater and learning to avoid NBA shot blockers is something that he has to continue to develop.
On the floor for Detroit, Jennings out there with Chauncey Billups. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Smith, and it's Jerebko in at the power forward. Offensive rebound, Drummond tries again. James with the block.
So many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Trailblazers?
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Here's Robinson. The shot no good. Great D that time from Jerebko. Jennings kicks to Billups. It's back to Jennings. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Batum's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And James gets it to go on the assist by Aldridge. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for Portland.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
You always need role players to step up and help, and that was the case here as everything was working for Aldridge. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see him being a part of it. He was all over this one. Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside Matthews. Back to James. Matthews dishes to James. Batum attacking, makes it off the glass.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Jennings passes to Drummond. Aldridge with some nice D. Here's James, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Here's Jennings. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Well, Marcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
We're playing defense. So I thought in the second half, our defense was, close out better. I thought, I played well up there too. So, I just went to work tonight.
LaMarcus, great job. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents.
School.
Hey man, thought everyone was gone. I'm not disturbing you, am I? You mind if I join you? I got some things I want to look over myself. Maybe we could run through them together. Thanks, man.
What a great shot looking west over downtown Portland from the banks of the Willamette River. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter Doris Burt, I'm Kevin Harlan. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Wesley Matthews, do you think?
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. When he can play off of his teammates and find openings on the perimeter, just catch and shoot. Got a quick release, beautiful stroke.
He does such a nice job of getting himself squared up and in perfect position before the ball gets there, preparing before the pass.
For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come in off a good outing against the Pistons. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points.
On the court for the Suns, Markieff Morris and Marcin Gortat are down low. Dragic is out there with Brown, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's Brown missing.
And LaMarcus Aldridge, an all-star for the 3rd straight season. You know, looking back, he's really been the jewel of that 2006 draft class where he went 2nd overall.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
There's Green with the 3. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Green's got 7.
You know, when he's got that kind of a height advantage on the defender, it's just too easy for him to rise up and get the shot off.
Now, Clark, you talk about Aldridge and what he's meant to the Trailblazers. Really the franchise player, Steve, in Portland. I think they look at him that way.
And for a team that had to rebuild on the fly after losing so many of their key players to injury, going back to Brandon Roy and Greg Oden, it's nice to see the Blazers bounce back and start to get Aldridge some help with guys like Damian Lillard and Batum and Matthews.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, Damian Lillard was a 4-year player at Small Weber State. Not the usual profile for the NBA Rookie of the Year. But he maintains, quote, "My experience at Weber State was great. Every step of the way. I had the support of my teammates, but they still challenged me in practice. The coaches didn't treat me differently. If anything, they demanded more of me. They really helped me grow as a player and a leader. The level of maturity I've grown into, I really owe it to them." Guys, he's shown that maturity in his impact with the Blazers.
An intriguing young talent. Thanks.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Gortat, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, after a breakout 2012, Marcin Gortat came back to earth last season. I mean, it had to be harder for him without Steve Nash setting the table. That's a no-brainer, and with the team as a whole struggling, his play slipped as well.
Both free throws good from Gortat. And for Gortat last season, scoring, Steve, rebounding, and his field goal percentages all down.
Well, no coincidence. Steve Nash left last year. He used to set the table for Gortat. So we'll see if he can bounce back. Still just 29 years old, but very talented. He should have some prime years ahead.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot them.
Open shot, Green, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight. Lillard against Dragic. It's stolen by Brown. Left side, Brown. There's Dragic with the three. Shot no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with the win.
You know, that last game I thought was an evenly played game, but the difference was the big discrepancy in the free throw percentage in their favor. That's what helped them win.
Green dishes to Dragic. Gortat, the pass to Dragic. Back to Gortat. Good ball movement here by the Suns. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Aldridge. Lillard against Dragic. And Lillard kicks to James. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. Clark, it doesn't do any good to get to the line if you're only going to hit one of the 2 free throws.
You're exactly right, Kevin. You don't want the hack-a-shack strategy to be a way for a team to beat you. You want it to be a last resort strategy.
Here's James. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Robinson with the block, and he's able to get it back. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 11 on the button from Brown. And let's get this update now from Brown. And through the first half.
Well, Damian, a great first half for you. Plenty of intensity out there. For someone as friendly and charismatic off the court.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime show. Glad you're with us. I'm Damon Bruce. Portland with the lead against Phoenix. They've come out of the gates strong to start, looking to keep going. Defensively, very disruptive. They've been effective forcing turnovers. Nice steal so far. And for the Suns, they've been struggling a bit. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. Shannon Brown playing well in the first half. He's picked up half a dozen points and is always looking to go to work on the boards. And that'll do it for us here in the studio. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of the game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Let's go.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Kicks it to Green. Dishes it to Gortat. On the wing, Brown. 6 to shoot. Outside, Green. The Suns need to get a shot off. Bledsoe, good look. And he gets it to go from the corner. Bledsoe's got his first 2 points of the night. Trailblazers leading by 15. The forwards are Batum and Thomas Robinson. Get out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Aldridge in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Robinson.
I don't understand. I'm over here early.
2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Gortat with the screen for Bledsoe. And that one's good. Bledsoe's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Lillard outside. He feeds it to James. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marcin Gortat.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. It's been his first 6 in Phoenix, and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
And Green gets it to go.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Lillard attacking. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist by Lillard. Lillard's got 6 assists now in the game. And back to Coach Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Stevie's put down roots there. Looks like he would like to stay for the long term.
Well, he was a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence and an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach.
5 to shoot. 14 feet away. Here's Aldridge.
Well,
Lays it
yeah,
up
make
and
shots.
puts it in. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Back to Bledsoe. And the pass to Morris. It's up a 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Lillard dishes to James. Aldridge, the pass to James. And too long on the shot.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
On the wing, it's stolen by Morris.
Oh.
Pass to Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
After taking a year to play elsewhere, it seems Gerald Green finally found his role.
1:41 left in the fourth. Outside Dragic. Connects from three-point range. And for Gerald Green, a 3-year, $9 million contract with the Pacers to start last season.
Yeah, they were hoping for more out of him. Kevin, he just never really settled into a role with the Pacers, and that was disappointing because Indiana's bench, I thought, really showed some weaknesses during the great playoff run they had.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Bledsoe is joined in the backcourt by Dragic. Markieff Morris and Marcin Gortat are down low. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming. But it was a big-time game for Thomas Robinson. He was really important under the basket, making great plays down low and getting in position to pull in all those rebounds.
Here's James. Passes to Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Brown kicks to Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets the screen from Brown. Shot, high post. There's the bucket, good.
Unbelievable shot. He can't miss out there.
And he knows it. I mean, he's got major swagger going on out there now.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Channing Fries checked in for Gortat. Morris comes in for Morris. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Brown. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Here's Dragic. Feeds to Morris. Lopez with the block. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
And now let's go over to Doris Burke on the sideline for an interview with the Jordan Player of the Game. Doris, take it away.
LaMarcus, it looked like the team and you were really feeling good out there, making things happen at both ends of the floor.
It was fun for me, I think guys are, finding their rhythm and, crashing the boards, making shots. I think just, being good down there.
Well done, LaMarcus. We appreciate the time as always, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on
aboard Flight 217 into Boston. We're about to begin our descent. Please fasten those seatbelts, and we'll see you guys on the ground.